Sir, may I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please take your seat.
Thank you.
So, Akashdeep Sinha.
Yes, sir.
So, as you can see that all of us are wearing masks because of COVID-19,
Yes.
and you are sitting at a distance of around 12 feet from us
Yes.
for
Sir.
the safety of all of us. So, during the course of interview, if you feel uncomfortable at any point of time, then you can take down your mask for some time. Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can continue to keep it on. But for your identification purpose, I would request you to remove it for just a second so that we can identify.
Yes.
Okay, Akashdeep. Okay, Akashdeep, tell us about yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is Akashdeep Sinha. Sir, can I remove this?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Sir, my name is Akashdeep Sinha. I have done my 10th standard from Sainik School Chittorgarh and my intermediate from Patna and graduation from APJ Abdul Kalam University in manufacturing technology.
Okay. And you completed it in 2015.
Yes, sir.
So, what after 2015?
Sir, after 2015, I have been doing paying guest business. I am running with it my mother, and since for 3 years, from 2015 to 2018, I have done this business. And in during my college days only, it has started, and up to 2018, I done that. And after 2018, I am fully devoted in civil services preparations.
Okay. So, who is running the business now?
Sir, it is closed now because I have to do this civil services preparation, and in 2018
So, you must have been employing few people in that business.
Yes, sir.
So, what about them?
Sir,
they are now jobless?
Not much people. Two mates were there, and all of the logistics problem and everything I have seen that, and from arranging beds to calling the customers in I have been doing that with my mother, sir.
Okay. So, you did not like it, or like why did you close it down?
Sir, it is because that in my graduation time only, I have made up my mind that I have to go to civil services.
Okay. And why this fascination for civil services?
Sir, it is because first of all, my family guidance was always there that you can do that civil services, and I realized in the meantime that I have the potential in my, and I have to actualize my potential by getting into these services, and these services offer dynamic service, and it means they are versatile works in these civil services that one can not only get into one department.
Okay, Akashdeep,
Yes, sir.
I understand that you are very much motivated to join
Yes.
civil services. But what about the challenges of civil services? Can you name few challenges which every civil servant faces?
Sir, there are some challenges are there, like first of all, sir, how to connect with the people at the ground. One have to do implement the government.
Okay, that is one.
Yes, sir. And second, sir, there is teamwork required.
Okay.
And third is how transparent the one bureaucrat is working there.
You are coming for BPSC, and it is said that in northern states, especially UP, Bihar, there is a lot of political interference over bureaucrats.
Yes.
So, what is your idea? How you will handle this political interference if you are selected as a bureaucrat?
Sir, political interference is there, it is no doubt, but if a civil servant is dedicated and he or she is motivated towards the service, he can do the work within his own rules. And we have seen a lot of examples, like we have the example of Ashok Khemka.
Who should have the last word, the political executive or the permanent executive?
So the last word should be the political executive.
Why?
Sir, because they are the representatives of the people. And
but who is more qualified?
Civil servants are more qualified, but sir,
don't you see a contradiction that one who is more qualified
Sir,
has to listen to somebody who is less qualified.
sir, this is our country is a democracy, and
Okay.
if we see that who is more qualified or not,
Hmm.
then we can't do the most simple works in
So
the
we should not
ground
have
level.
experts for doing jobs. We
Yes, sir.
should have laymen.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree?
Sir,
There is no need for experts.
so there are need of expert in certain fields, like if we are doing that engineering work or some work related to agriculture.
But governance, we do not require any expertise. Anybody can do it.
So governance, if a civil servant is a professional and he is more dedicated, he can do it
Okay.
very
So,
simply.
Yes. Akashdeep,
Yes.
as we all know that yesterday we have observed Constitution Day,
Yes.
right? So in this slide there is a statement from the makers of Indian Constitution, father of Indian Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar, when he said that however good a constitution may be, if the people, those who are not good enough, it is it is like about to be fail. But if the people are good, then it is going to be succeed. In this very context, how do you put the state of the Bihar when it has not come out, from the clutches of the Bimaru state? Your comments.
So the statement which was given by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, it is very true in the sense that the people who are running it should be clean and should be connected to the people. We have seen the situation of a state like Bihar in the 90s or from after the independence, that it has there has not been much development with like other states in Bihar. But in the current times, we are seeing that there are works going on that political executives and people who are representing the Bihar are more dedicated towards the
The
service.
three problems that you can identify that as an administrator you would try to address in Bihar, which will be those?
So first of all, sir, law and order situation, and the other is the employment problem. I have to uh, tackle these two problems, and also the awareness problem, the awareness towards the programs and policies of the government for the people.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Akashdeep, as I can see, you have optional paper PSIR.
Yes.
So, which particular thinker you like the most? Indian political thinker or the Western political thinker?
So both of them have their own weight in that political thought. In the Indian, sir, I have.
Would you be comfortable if I ask something from Plato?
Yes, sir. Okay. No
Okay.
problem,
So
sir.
so the allegory of caves, Plato's theory of allegory of caves
Yes.
is what?
Sir, it is the allegory of caves which was given by Plato. It simply tells that the person who is ignorant, who can't see the what is happening in true world. We have one intelligent person and one knowledgeable person has to bring them out from the ignorance. And if a knowledgeable person who runs the state can bring those ignorant people and those masses which do not know
I understand.
about the
I
actual
understand
thing.
what you are trying to say.
Yes, sir.
But my hitch is that even though stating or you can say enlightening us, with this kind of, so much thoughtful ideas, even though Karl Popper criticizes him like anything, and he terms him as the first fascist.
Yes, sir.
So I'm unable to understand why he criticizes so much him.
Yes. Sir, if one has to agree that Plato was the first political thinker. Everyone
Just 2 points of his criticism.
Yeah.
Why Popper criticizes Plato?
So, firstly, he had given the position of the state in a very high manner. Means a state is very much above everything, and person has, and also all person have the duties. Means they have the duties to follow the state. That's why he is saying that persons always bind towards a state, and a state, whatever the state will say, it will be correct.
Fine. In Indian political thinker, which particular thinker is saying that the state should be dismantled? or there is no need of the state?
So Mahatma Gandhi has had said that society should be a stateless society, and all should be done from the village itself, starting from village.
Why Mahatma Gandhi so much against of the modernization?
Sir,
Railway system,
yes.
parliament.
Sir, it is because Mahatma Gandhi has the idea that modernization brings slavery, means they bind all the persons n- towards machine, and they take away the employment of the common people.
By adopting the principles of Mahatma Gandhi, should we done away with the parliament system or parliament itself altogether?
No, sir. In current context, we can't done away with the parliamentary system because we have the second largest population country in the world, and there are a lot of people who easily understands this.
Okay, I understand.
Hmm.
Do you find any difference between the Hindutva and the Hinduism?
Yes, sir. Hindutva is an ideology given by Savarkar. In that, he had laid emphasis on the Hindu identity of a person, means that one who is belonging to this land is a fatherland of his or her, and he has to adopt he had to adopt culture, ideas which was prevalent in the society, and that was according to him Hindu. And in Hinduism, Hinduism uh, is a process, means it encompasses lot of things. It says diversity is accommodable, all the religions can stay together. Hinduism is very wide, and the Hindutva is majorly focused on the Hindu identity of a person. And
Principles of the new public management, if you have to employ in the running of the administration in the public life, will you name the 3 principles?
sir, according to me, the management should be that
NPM, new public management.
So sorry, sir, I am unable to answer this.
Okay. Can you tell me about the Robert Nozick's critique of the John Rawls theory of justice?
Uh, yes, sir. Robert Nozick had said that John Rawls had more emphasized on giving the equal opportunity to the to the lower section, means he had criticizing the affirmative actions which Rawls was doing for the less privileged person. He had said that we before the wheel of ignorance only we have to give all the persons equal opportunity, and they will automatically by themselves will allocate the resources. And in Rawls, Nozick said that he had made emphasis that how to placate those less privileged. So the persons which were more qualified, they had been eliminated with their resources, and they
Okay.
had been,
I
yes,
got-
sir, yes.
Akash, sir.
Akash, Akashdeep, tell me the northernmost district of Bihar.
So West Champaran, East Champaran, Supol.
Northernmost is West Champaran, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me what was the role of Champaran Satyagraha in making Gandhi as a local leader?
Sir, Champaran Satyagraha was the first movement when Gandhi had came to India, and in this movement only Gandhi had applied his technique of Satyagraha, which he had been applied to that Africa, and from this movement he had connected with the masses, and for the first time that Gandhiji was able to connect with the local people, and the local masses was able to generate the feeling of Indianness or nationalistic feelings. And from here only, Champaran Satyagraha only, the rural masses all over India, be in Gujarat, be in Andhra Pradesh, were more energetic, were more self-generated towards this national movement.
Okay, I was hearing the conversation when you were having with sir that Gandhi was against industrialization, and he was in the favor of khadi. So can you tell me what was the philosophy of Gandhi in context to khadi?
Sir, uh, from the khadi, Gandhi meant that the 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 people who are at the last level, means at the village level, should form self help groups, and should able to do work which was there available locally. And he had meant that the local products should be given more emphasis, and people should apply their own skills which they have which they have passed on from their generations. And small works like that artisan, carpenter, or works like that cloth, textile, it should be more emphasized for the development.
Okay,
Yes.
don't you think Gandhi had an ideological clash with B.R. Ambedkar in context to industrialization? Ambedkar was in the favor of industrialization. So, if you given a chance that you have to support in context to industrialization, to whom you would be supporting, Ambedkar or Gandhi?
Sir, there are differences also, and similarities also. If we see the industrialization of both Gandhi and this Ambedkar, Gandhi had said that I am not properly against the industrialization. If industrialization is for the masses, for generating the employment of the people, means if it implies more people, then he is with that kind of traditional industrialization. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar uh, is in favor of Western industrialization, in the favor of big industries and the
Massive industrialization.
massive industrialization. And we have to amalgamate both the ideologies. In current times, we have seen that after this
What is the requirement of industrialization in India currently? Whether we should go for the small scale and cottage industries, or modernization and massive industrialization.
Sir, in India, both type of industrialization are needed. In the current COVID times, we have seen that the small scale industries have been more affected by the pandemic, but also the big industries also are affected. And if we if the local industries are given chances for development, then the people, the masses, can get employed. And if we develop the major industries like heavy industries or steel industry, India will become Atmanirbhar in the true sense. Means it will provide not only employment, but will give India a chance for having a major say in the world and having a power in this economic sectors.
Okay, tell me, what is the genesis of the word Kayasth?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to remember.
Do you know anything about land grant system that developed in Gupta period?
Sir, I am unable to remember at this time.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Buddhist council held in places in Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what all places?
Sir, in Rajgir, in Vaishali, in Patliputra, in these three places, Buddhist councils were held.
Okay, can you chronologically arrange them?
Yes, sir. Sir, first Buddhist council was held in Rajgir, second in Vaishali, third in Patliputra. Yes, sir.
And the fourth one?
Fourth one is, sir, in Kashmir, sir.
What was the place?
Sir, sorry, sir, I forget at this time.
Okay,
Sir, can I guess, sir? Sir, Kundalwan, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
Thank you.
Akashdeep,
Yes,
you like watching cricket.
yes, sir.
So, what is this Test Championship?
Sir, Test Championship is the new type of format which was started by International Cricket Council. It is especially started to have to gain more
So,
interest.
is it a league system, or there will be playoffs?
Sir, it is a it is a league type of it is a league system. In this, the countries which has more percentage of winning, the top two teams will play final in Lords and will be garnered with this Test Championship in
Okay.
2021.
What is match fixing and what is spot fixing?
Sir, match fixing is done if before the match, means they had bet that these things these over this run they have bet
Right.
previously, and in sport fixing they are in live cricket they are doing that fixing, sir.
So what is wrong with fixing?
Sir, in India, if we see it, first of all,
It is wrong only in India or like worldwide?
Sir, in other countries like Sri Lanka, in England, it is legalized. But
Betting or match fixing? Can
Sir,
match fixing be
betting.
legalized?
Betting is legalized. Sorry, sir. Sir, it affects the public's confidence in cricket, and we have seen the examples
Right.
like
Akashdeep, how can you suggest me some ways in which the demographic dividend can be utilized by Bihar?
sir, there are several ways in which it can be utilized.
Give me pointed 3-4 points about like how it can be utilized.
So it can be utilized in agro-based industries, in food processing sector, in the in special industries like we have the famous product of makhana. There it can be utilized, and also in education sector, this demographic difference will be more beneficial for Bihar.
Okay. When we talk about this COVID-19, so there are a lot of tests
Yes.
and vaccines available. Like vaccines are being developed, and there are two terms which are spoken about these tests. So yeah, we have the RT-PCR test and the rapid antigen test and
Yes.
some other tests. So there are two terms like specificity and sensitivity. What is the meaning of these terms?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to tell
Okay,
that.
no issues. Okay, Akashdeep, your interview is over. You can go now.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Akashdeep, this is something I want to point out,
Yes.
that even during interview when you came, without waiting for us to ask you to sit down, you just said, okay, so don't be in any rush.
Yes.
You
Thank
come inside, you greet the board members and then wait. Normally they'll ask you to sit down, but if they don't, then keep standing for some time. Okay,
Yes.
it will only help you,
Yes.
right? Because at times they might just be testing you. Okay, so be careful, right? Then about your attire, everything is fine, but maybe you can change your tie. Okay, it is very flashy, like no, it's sparkling, so you can go for a sober color.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है?
Thank you.
Then about eye movement. So when you are addressing any person, any board member, so it is better if you maintain eye contact with that individual. One or two glances here and there is fine, but normally the eye contact should be with the person with whom you are talking.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that is always better. Then brush up some current affairs about Bihar and about India. Okay, like general current affairs, you can be asked question based on that. Generally, we found that your awareness level is fine.
Yes.
Okay. Regarding some things, for example, sir asked you about Kayasth community and the
Yes.
origin. Okay,
Yes.
if you have time, just read about it. Okay,
Yes.
so you should be aware about it. Then other things we found to be quite good, but your answers at times are very long drawn. In the actual interview, you will not be getting that much time. So you need to prioritize your time. Just take 2 seconds while you analyze the question, that what you have to answer, and then you prioritize your points and try to answer in points format. It will always help. Okay.
Yes.
Very long drawn answer, it won't be allowed there. They will
Yes.
cut you short. Okay. So maybe your most important point will not come only by then. So you need to start with the most important point in the answer. Okay.
Yes.
Rest of the things are fine and you are doing very good. Try to be more formal Okay,
Yes,
at
sir.
times we felt that you are becoming little informal while answering the question, no, because you are answering very in a very lengthy way. So at
Yes, sir.
times the tendency is to become little informal. So try to remain formal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, rest of the things are fine.
Yes.
So you are doing very well. Okay.
Sir, which sir, can you ask, sir, which color can be?
Any
Uh,
color
grey
which
color.
goes well with this. This is the shirt
Yes.
you are going to wear.
Sir, blue color shirt I will wear.
So like the tie which goes well. No,
Yes.
maybe some bold color will do. Okay.
Yes.
This is like very shiny. So that's
Yes.
why
Okay.
I am suggesting. No?
Okay.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir.